Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Opening press conference.
Marathon Committee and the Houston Marathon Foundation. I'm so happy to welcome everybody here today. This is my favorite spot of the weekend. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We're getting ready. We've been planning for a year, and now all the excitement begins. So I love this press conference to kick off everything, and also because of the scope of our event. It covers so many different areas. It involves so many different people. It means so many different things to so many different people, and that's what makes this event so special. But you look at all the charities and the fundraisers and everybody, all the wonderful things, and our amazing sponsors, Chevron and Aramco. And then next we'll be talking to our public safety partners who give amazing amounts of time to make sure that the city's prepared and safe and prepared for this event. We'll hear from all of them. The mayor will be here to talk about what this event means to the city, the $51 million economic impact, and bringing the community together after COVID last year, which was one of the first major events in the city to be conducted after that very difficult time we all went through. And then we get to hear from the elite athletes. We are 2 gold-labeled World Athletic Elite events that will be hosting. We're the only organization in the world that hosts the half marathon and the marathon at the same time and labeled by World Athletics. So you look at all of that, then you look at all the people it takes to conduct this event. It really takes a village, and we're really lucky to be in this community because everybody's so amazing.
From Colorado, Parker Stinson joins us. He set the American 25K record and a new marathon personal best back in 2019. Since then, like many elite runners, he has faced some adversity, but he has stared it down and has emerged perhaps better than ever. Now training with Roots Running in Colorado, Stinson has said he has had some of the best marathon workouts of his entire career this winter. From Colorado, we welcome Parker Stinson. Parker, welcome. And from Japan, we welcome Kenta Uchida. He finished a strong 4th in last year's Chevron Houston Marathon. He is back to chase a spot on the podium this time around. Last year in Houston, only the 2nd marathon of his career. In his debut, he ran 2:08:12 in Japan. In that particular event, the 76th and final running in Japan, one of the fastest ever, 28 men in the field, under 2:09. He was a big part of that. From Japan, we welcome Kenta Uchida. Welcome.
In good shape and excited with the new training I've been doing with Roots Running. I watched this race last year. I had some teammates in it, and I've been trying to get ready for the Olympic trials. And to do that, I wanted to be in races where I feel like I'd be on the podium or a chance to win late. And I watched this race last year, get won in 2:11 by James, and a big last mile, and I was like, that looks so fun, it looks so exciting, and I want to be a part of that. So that's why I signed up for this race. And I was born in Austin, Texas, and I won a Texas High School State Championship back in the day, a long time ago now. But to be back here is really special for me. I have 4 generations living in Austin, Texas right now, so that's why I signed up for this race. Chance to win, chance to run fast, and a chance to be around family and friends.
Well, welcome home to the great state of Texas. It's great to see you. Parker, if you could, you touched on something. You watched this race and it looked like so much fun. What is the worldwide reputation of the Chevron Houston Marathon and the course that produces these great results?
I think it's extremely high. You know, they always bring in a great international field. The half marathon is always super exciting, really world-class times. The marathon has produced world-class times too. You know, I think something special about Houston is that it's concrete. I think that's very rare. You love it during the race, you hate it afterwards. Extremely sore. But yeah, you know, we saw Kira set an American record here last year. That's a huge testament to this course. And yeah, it's just a great situation. I think, for me personally, I think it's a really special event. It's really well done, but it doesn't have the same, like, all the hoops you have to run through and all the stress of some of these World Marathon majors, which is great too. That's super exciting. I think you can come here, be a little bit more low-key, and kind of let something special happen, instead of maybe trying to force it on those really big stages at the World Marathon majors all the time. So
Fantastic. If I can follow up with kids. We welcome from Japan, Hitomi Nia, one of the most celebrated runners in Japanese history. Hitomi not only won the 2020 Aramco Houston Half Marathon, her winning time, 1:06:38, is the third fastest time in race history and a Japanese national record for the half marathon. This year, she aims to take a shot at the Japanese record in the marathon, 2:19:12. She made her return to the marathon last year, placing 7th in Tokyo, a new personal best, 2:21:17. From Japan, we welcome Hitomi Nia. Welcome. From Boone, North Carolina, we welcome Tristan Van Ord. Had a breakout performance in the marathon last spring, running under 2:30 the first time in her career, to finish 5th in Rotterdam and qualify for her second consecutive U.S. Olympic team trials in the marathon. She comes in here off a great result. She won the Kiowa Half Marathon in South Carolina in December. From Boone, North Carolina, we welcome Tristan Van Ord. Welcome. From Atlanta, Georgia, we welcome Megan Krifchen. Chevron Houston Marathon will be Megan's 4th marathon in 10 weeks and 6th since April of last year. In her most recent race in California, she set a new personal best, 2:29:21. 2 weeks prior to that, she was the runner-up in the Philadelphia Marathon. And oh, by the way, Megan balances her training with a full-time job as an occupational therapist in an Atlanta area hospital. What an honor to welcome Megan Krifchen to the podium.
Some fitness from that, and then coming off of that, my coach was like, we want to throw you in a marathon because I think you can go for a big PR. So I'm just super excited to get out there. It's a fast course. I ran a half here last year, and yeah, I'm just excited to see what I can do. Just coming off of, you know, some shorter races, getting in some quicker workouts, and then going back to that marathon build. I think I chose here because of the timing and because of how, you know, the community is for this race. Like, it's an awesome place to be.
Fantastic. We welcome you. Megan, the obvious question, why so many marathons, and how in the world do you have such great results balancing a full-time job?
I'm honestly, it's having a lot of fun right now. I'm just trying to find the joy in running and being like a professional runner. I feel like in the past, like there's a big stress with it where you really want to perform and you don't really see the passion and the joy anymore, and just because you just want to produce results. And now I'm just having fun and rolling the punches here and working with the momentum, and it's working for me. So I'm just delighted to be here at Houston and then for them taking another chance on me to do a 4th marathon in this 10-week span. But I'm just really enjoying the process, and I feel like I could do a marathon in my sleep now. So.
It is remarkable. We welcome you. How about another round of applause? Kenzie, I see you nodding at some of these answers. We welcome you. What resonates with that about having fun and joining this elite field in this fast course here in Houston?
Yeah, I just think that enjoying the process is so important. I mean, we run a lot of miles, we put in a lot of work, and if we're not having fun and enjoying it every day, then we're doing something wrong. And so I think that just the ability to be out here is such a gift, and I know that all these women agree with that, and so that's what I took away from their answers. I'm very excited as well. well.
Well, it is a gift for us to be able to welcome such a great field. We thank you for your time. We will offer you the opportunity to step forward and have your photos taken. Welcome to Houston and have a great, great event. Marathon champion. He showed his strength last fall, runner-up finish in a warm and humid day, the New York City Marathon. One of 2 top 5 finishes in the Abbott World Marathon Majors after he finished 5th in Tokyo at the very young age of 26. He already has 3 marathon victories to his name: London, Frankfurt, and Rome. We welcome Shura Kitada to the stage. From Kenya, we welcome Edward Cheserek. Just 13 seconds away from breaking the 1-hour barrier, he hopes that his 4th attempt at the distance will be the one. He recently clocked 1 hour, 13 seconds to finish in Valencia last fall. He is also the runner-up last year at the United Airlines New York City Half Marathon. He is known by one of the great nicknames in sports, King Chez, as a 17-time NCAA champion at the University of Oregon. Welcome, Edward Cheserek, to Houston. From the U.S., we welcome Conner Mantz. Made his much-anticipated marathon debut at the Bank of America in Chicago Marathon last fall. Did not disappoint. He is a 2-time NCAA cross-country champion from BYU. In Chicago, he ran 2:08.16, the fastest debut ever by an American-born runner. Welcome, Conner Mantz. And a local favorite, from right here in Houston, Frank Lara. We welcome you home. Some of the loudest cheers on the streets will be for the hometown favorite, Frank Lara. He is a Gatorade Texas High School Runner of the Year. He competed at Straight Jesuit. He made his marathon debut here last year, the top American finisher, quite an honor, 2:11.32. Some great results have followed. Welcome home again, Frank Lara. It's great to see you. The Aramco Women's Half Marathon. We welcome our elite field as I once again press our staff just a bit. Let's welcome them with a round of applause. We begin with Emily Sisson from the United States, Tucson, Arizona. Here we go. The American records in both the marathon and half marathon were set right here in Houston last year. By the fall of 22, Emily Sisson had broken both records. In May, she ran 1:07.11 to take 4 seconds off of Sarah Hall's record in Indianapolis. Later in October, she ran 2:18.29 in Chicago to take 43 seconds off of the marathon record previously held by Keira D'Amato. From Tucson, Arizona, we welcome Emily Sisson. From Boulder, Colorado, we welcome Jenny Simpson. One of the most decorated middle distance runners in American history. She will make her half marathon debut right here in Houston after a track career that saw a gold and 2 silvers at the World Championships, along with an Olympic bronze and 11 U.S. titles. She moved to the roads last year, winning in Washington, D.C. That success has continued. From Boulder, Colorado, remarkable Jenny Simpson. We welcome you to Houston. From Ethiopia, one of the greatest runners of all time. She is one of the most decorated runners in history. Tirinish Dibaba from Ethiopia returns to competition for the first time in more than 4 years. This has made headlines around the world. She is a 3-time Olympic gold medalist, a 5-time world champion who last raced in December of 2018. She returns to racing at our great event. From Ethiopia, we welcome one of the best of all time, Tirinish Dibaba. We welcome her. Also from Ethiopia, Ethiopia, with a familiar name, we welcome Anna Dibaba. We welcome you. From a royal family of distance runners, her older sisters are the only siblings in recorded history to hold concurrent world records. This will be Anna's third attempt at the half marathon, having run a personal best of 1:11:39 in the BAA half marathon last November. From Ethiopia, we welcome you, Anna Dibaba. Thank you for joining us. Questions for our elite women's feed? Yes, sir.
I might as well go right to it, Emily. Do you plan to attack your own record?
I'm planning to be competitive, and I think our thing going into this race is if I can be competitive and just have a really good run, then hopefully a fast time will follow. I'll talk to Ray later this afternoon or tomorrow probably and kind of get a better game plan. But yeah, I want to go for the win, and hopefully, yeah, a fast time will follow.
Emily, we welcome you. We'll continue with Jenny Simpson. Jenny, you have such a remarkable and varied career. Why have you moved up to this distance after remarkable Olympic World Championship success and what is it, 11 U.S. titles at shorter distances?
There's a lot of things about the longer distances that attract me, and one of them is road racing is just where so many of us fall in love with running in the first place. So I thought if I'm getting to the latter stages of my career, I'd love to kind of come full circle and have that experience at the tail end. But then also, I'm totally biased. I think the mile on the track is one of the most attractive because it's the most difficult event. And I really wanted a challenge that felt to the same measure of the mile. And so instead of going to other distances on the track, I really wanted to take on something that would be really difficult for me personally. So the half marathon, getting ready for it, has proven to be as difficult as I expected. and I'm really excited to see how I can do tomorrow, or on Sunday.
Well, we welcome you and your great smile to Houston. Welcome, we're glad that you were here. Worldwide, there is one question that so many are asking. I would pose it to one of the greatest of all time, Tirunesh Dibaba. Welcome to Houston, Tirunesh. Could you explain to our audience how you have spent the last 4 years, roughly, and why you chose to return here with the Aramco Half Marathon in Houston?
ለአራት ዓመት አቁሜ ነበር። ምክንያቱም ያው 3 ልጅ ወልጃለሁ። የመጀመሪያ ልጅ ከወለድኩኝ በኋላ ብዙ ማራቶን ሮጫለሁ፣ ኦሎምፒክ ሮጫለሁ። ግን ሁለቱም ልጆች ከወለድኩኝ በኋላ 4 ዓመት ሆኖኛል። አሁን በቅርብ ነው የጀመርኩት። ያው እዚህ ለመሮጥ ደግሞ ያሰብኩት ኮርሱም ቆንጆ ነው ብሎ ስለነገሩኝ ማኔጀሬ ስለመረጡልኝ ለዛ ነው እዚህ ለመሮጥ ያሰብኩት።
For the last 4 years, I had 4 kids, 2 of them, especially these 3 of them, these 4 years. But even after I had 2 of them, I've been running. But after 2 of them, for some reason I cannot make it. But this year I decided to come back and run again.
Well, it's not often we get to welcome a 3-time Olympic gold medalist and 5-time world champion. We welcome you back, and we are thrilled that you have joined us here in Houston. Question for Anna Dibaba. What inspiration do you draw from this remarkable running family, and how has that helped you in your career?
It's a big luck to be from this big family. It's what fits a lot. And I'm so happy I'm here because the course is very nice. And the big thing is I never compete with my sister. Actually, it's not about being sister. She's my hero. I'm happy to stand with her on the start this Sunday. I'm happy.
And that is beautiful. Welcome to Houston. You don't get off that easy as you set one record after another. If you could share with all of us what has been the key to these record-setting times, 43 seconds off the marathon record on the American level is a staggering achievement.
Thank you. I think the key is just, perseverance, I guess, because I've been trying to run the half marathon record for years, and
I got really close a few years ago, missed it by a second. And I think if you just keep trying, keep putting in the work, I just have this like mentality that some days things might not work out, but you keep trying enough, some days odds are pretty low. So yeah, just keep, as Doug would say, keep showing up.
Well, you have shown up and then some in record-setting fashion. We welcome all of you with one more round of applause, this elite field for the Aramco Half Marathon. Some of you invite you as well. A special order of traditions.